మాస్టర్ మ్యూట్లో ఉన్నదండి. మాస్టర్ కృష్ణమోహన్ గారు మ్యూట్లో ఉన్నారు మాస్టర్. ఒకసారి
నాయుడు గారు ఒకసారి ఫోన్ చేయండి మాస్టర్కి.
మాస్టర్ చేసాం మాస్టర్, చేసాం సార్. మాస్టర్కి ఫోన్ చేశాం మాస్టర్. మాస్టర్ ప్రిన్సిపాల్ గారు మీరు మాట్లాడండి మాస్టర్. మాస్టర్
రిజిస్టర్ గారికి ఫోన్ చేశారా? హలో
సార్.
హలో నాయుడు గారు.
సార్
రిజిస్టర్ గారికి చెప్పారా?
చెప్పాను మాస్టర్. జాయిన్ అయ్యారు మాస్టర్.
జాయిన్ అయ్యారు. ఒకసారి రిజిస్టర్ గారికి చెప్పండి, మళ్ళీ ఫోన్ చేయండి.
సార్ మాస్టర్ రిజిస్టర్ గారు మాట్లాడండి మాస్టర్.
Hello, good morning all of you. Am I audible?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Yes.
Shall I speak?
Yes sir.
Hello.
రిజిస్టర్ గారు స్టార్ట్ చేసేసేయండి.
నేనేనా? వీసీ గారు లేరా?
వీసీ గారు లేరు, మీరే ఇనాగ్రేట్ చేసేసేయండి.
హలో,
వీసీ గారు వచ్చే లోపల మీరు మాట్లాడేయండి, మీ మెసేజ్ మాట్లాడేయండి.
ఓకే. సో గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ అండ్ గ్రీటింగ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఆంధ్ర యూనివర్సిటీ. అండ్ ఐఎమ్ సో గ్లాడ్ టు నో the Department of Meteorology and Oceanography of College of Science and Technology is organizing a webinar on the research advancements in meteorology and oceanography on the occasion of superannuation of Professor Ramakrishna Garu, who rendered his service for a long time. At the outset, let me congratulate the department and also the principal and the organizing committee for this webinar on the eve of the superannuation. And although on the occasion of superannuation, this is the webinar organized, but with all that sincerity, as I see from the sessions 1, 2, 3, 4, and with great interest and with a view to, communicate advancements in the field of research pertaining to meteorology and oceanography has been designed in such a way that it is going to help the students, young researchers. By creating this platform, the knowledge will be shared and networking is going to happen. Therefore, I take the opportunity, invite all the resource persons to this webinar for their ideas to share and also indicate the current research advancements in the field of meteorology and oceanography and provide leads as inputs for ongoing and as well as future research. This is an academic community, but I see in the registrations that a lot from practicing world also got connected to this webinar. Is an indication that the Department of Meteorology and Oceanography, with its established years of existence, fruitfully, commendable work they have done. Andhra University feels pride because of the contributions made by eminent professors who served in the department from time to time. They have created such benchmarks which are undoubtedly kept the flag of Andhra University high in the global market among all universities. It has very, very long established track record in not only designing courses that are meant for the area, state and country, and also contributed its proud alumni throughout the world in different premier agencies, both in India and abroad, is a real indication that how the courses offered and the professors mentoring, nurturing of young students, whoever has joined in the courses offered by meteorology and oceanography, they have lived up to the expectation of stakeholders in the entire world. I know the proud alumni who are working in premier scientific institutions all over the world is a real asset, is an indication that this department never compromised on quality, commitment, hard work, and perseverance towards contemporary research that is needed in this direction. Today, recent advancements in research in the field of meteorology and oceanography definitely is going to compile very, very valuable information that can be very fruitfully shared through this platform, and through interaction, the youngsters may also be provided guidance in taking research to further heights and improve the publications in overseas journals. And if you go by the strength of the faculty, as I understand, they are all not nationally, internationally reputed faculty having high quality publications, very good research projects, is an indication how serious, sincere, committed, dedicated for the cause of advancement of discipline any professor is normally meant for teaching and doing research, and especially by engaging in research, that particular body of knowledge in sciences, when there is advancement because of the research undertaken by these departments, because of these departments, the university gets name and fame. As I understand, during the last 40 years, this department has contributed in a significant manner in terms of research and publications is an indication that definitely in a happening university, much more happening department is Department of Meteorology and Oceanography. Although I am not a subject expert, but like a layman who is not, may not be sound in theories and principles of meteorology and oceanography, but the forecast and predictions for a long time coming from Department of Meteorology and Oceanography to the user departments, especially in cyclone warnings and various other meteorological information supplied by this department, invariably has become input in many organizations. As a result, we could avert, loss, damage, both human and property, because of the cyclone warnings, predictions, and monsoon predictions, which helped the agricultural economy, the government preparedness to face eventualities in the event of calamities, is really a great contribution by the Department of Meteorology and Oceanography. And now, with the improved technology, with the integrated technology and scientific advancements in the field of forecasting the weather, the climatic conditions, the climate change, and cyclonic effects, definitely is a very, very valuable contribution that this department is providing to the users all over the world. So it has undertaken, as I understand, several hundreds of research projects from premier scientific institutions. That contribution definitely speaks volumes about the progress, about the performance, about the successful existence of the Department of Meteorology and Oceanography. The principal of Science College will also agree with me if I say, definitely, Department of Meteorology and Oceanography is known for its contribution because of the human resource, talented human resource, because of their competencies, because of their involvement and sincerity. Therefore, I take the pride that this department definitely is a feather in the cap of Andhra University, and because of this department, we are able to reach to the higher levels in the scientific world because of the contributions done by this department in the field of meteorology and oceanography. I really take the opportunity, profusely thank all those who are going to act as resource persons on this webinar, and also the delegates, whoever has registered, the students and research scholars and faculty members, definitely going to gain immensely in this webinar. And I take the opportunity, offer greetings from Andhra University and also wish the webinar a grand success. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity to share some of my thoughts. Over to organizers.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable message, sir. Next, I request Professor Garu, our honorable principal.
Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Very good morning to every one of you, and our beloved registrar, Professor Krishna Mohan Garu, and rector of this university, Professor Samatha Garu, and many distinguished resource persons, speakers of this webinar, the faculty of this Department of Meteorology and Oceanography, their student friends, research scholars, and delegates. Very good morning to you all. It's a pleasure for me to participate in this international webinar on recent developments in research on meteorology and oceanography in conjunction with superannuation of Professor SSVS Ramakrishna. This Department of Meteorology and Oceanography, as our beloved registrar already mentioned, is doing a commendable work in research, teaching, and consultancy in all the three aspects. I congratulate all the faculty members, and also I congratulate the seniors who have superannuated, like Professor Bhaskar Rao Garu, Professor Prasad, Professor Bhan Kumar, and others who have put a pathway for the faculty and other research scholars to take up several of these research projects. And especially in this front, I should mention the help rendered by the alumni of this department to the department and college is highly appreciated. Because of their support and their help, the department can now able to rise one of the world-class institutions in meteorology and oceanography. And not only that, the Meteorology and Oceanography Department is taking up several initiatives in societal needs. Particularly when they take up the project, every project has an impact on the societal development. In particular, when we talk about the meteorological forecasting systems. So for the entire the states of coastal region of Andhra Pradesh, the forecast system of faculty is very much associated with the Cyclone Warning Center as well as the other institutions to forecast the cyclones, weather, and other meteorological parameters. And every scientific advancement taken care in this meteorology and oceanography is now taken care by the faculty in this department. And the department is doing several projects of recent developments in research in this area. Particularly when we talk about forecasting, weather forecasting, or the parameters of the ocean, this department is coming in front to take up the challenges in that. Especially this decade, UN Council has declared this as a ocean decade because meteorology and oceanography are interlinked. There is a close relationship between these two. As a result of the changes in the climate, lot of considerations have been taken care. Now in this area, agrometeorology is one of the potential area where several of the agricultural products and the situation is taken care by the meteorologist, which product, which plant is to be taken care and other things. So interdisciplinary nature of this meteorology has been given the recent several challenges in public, particularly in the greenhouse warming as well as the ocean tidal waves and development of energy from the tidal waves and other things, oceanographic parameters, changes in the ocean, all these have been tremendously affecting the climate. Of course, I am not an expert in meteorology or oceanography. I have a little exposure just in data analysis, particularly time series analysis. My expertise is in time series analysis, where we use SARIMA models more effectively and also multivariate time series analysis. In that, meteorological simple applications we have taken up. And I congratulate C.V. Naidu and his team for conducting this a wonderful international webinar in this occasion. And also I thank all the resource persons who have consented and readily agreed to deliver their research work and discuss and transfer their knowledge to the young generations. Definitely this webinar is going to create a transfer of knowledge and open new challenges in this area. And for the researchers of the young people to take up new areas of research, in particularly meteorology and oceanography. I thank every one of you for the given opportunity to participate in this webinar. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Hand over to organizers.
Thank you very much. Now the thanks this rose on.
Good morning to one and all. Esteemed Principal Professor K. Srinivas Rao Garu, revered Registrar Professor V. Krishnamohan Garu, Honorable Head of the Department Dr. C.V. Naidu Garu, beloved Chairman Board of Studies Professor S.S.V.S. Ramakrishna Garu, and all the participants. It is an honor for me to get the opportunity to thank you all dignitaries on behalf of the Department of Meteorology and Oceanography, Andhra University. I express my gratitude to all the delegates for their participation and contribution to this webinar. I extend my gratitude to Professor K. Srinivas Rao Garu, Principal, College of Science and time of his busy schedule to grace the event. I have inspiring and encouraging. I explain head the Department of Meteorology and Oceanography to on the webinar. I also thank the Chairman Board of Studies, Professor S.S.V.S. Ramakrishna Garu, for participating in this webinar. Thank you one and all for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Next exercise will start now. Picture integrated research efforts for impact-based forecast services by Professor K.J. Ramesh Garu. K.J. Ramesh Garu is our honorary professor in the Department of Meteorology and Oceanography. Media Meteorological Department. Sir, please deliver your lecture.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Naidu, and good morning to all. Are you able to see my screen? No?
Yes, sir.
You're able to see?
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Please.
Screen is seen?
You are not
able to see the screen? Oh,
No.
okay, I'll do it again. I don't know why. Not going, no?
Ramesh Garu is not coming.
I don't know why.
You have opened many windows.
No, this is screen only I'm putting.
The first few slides have come, but you have to keep in the presentation mode.
Yep, slide has come?
Yeah, first it came and disappeared.
Okay, let me try again.
It's coming on the WhatsApp sharing something.
No, WhatsApp is not there. I'll close the WhatsApp if it is there.
Are you presenting through WhatsApp?
No.
It is a message has come like that.
Google Meet only.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. Now it's coming, sir, but your presentation is not visible, sir.
Presentation is not visible.
Yes, sir.
You are presenting to everyone. So,
Sir, there is a hand symbol now after. Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I think your screen is shared, but please open your presentation, sir.
I've opened it. Okay.
There are many screens of your presentation. That's why confusion is there.
I have only kept it only one.
Here we can see so many screens.
I don't know why it is happening. For the first time it is happening.
Sir, share only one window, sir. Don't show
Yeah, so
entire
many windows
screen.
are there.
Don't select entire screen. Select only one window. PPT window only select.
How to do that?
Share, no, there is an option in the share button, sir.
It is
Entire
asking
window.
your entire screen. It is asking.
No, you just select one window only. You select. It will ask you open the Power PPT, sir. Then it will show window.
I have opened it.
It is coming up, but yeah.
It's,
So
So please minimize one window like that.
yeah, so many windows are there. You have to
yeah, so many
select.
No,
windows
but
are
it is
there.
not. It is not allowing me to select any window. No, that is the problem.
Sir, don't minimize your presentation, sir.
Okay, I should not minimize my presentation. Okay, I have not done.
Yes, sir. Then present now option is there, no, sir. After the hand symbol, there is
Yes,
an up
yes.
arrow, no. Yes, sir. There is
That,
option,
that
sir.
only I am
Your
Yet your
entire
entire screen it is asking. I am doing that only.
Okay. No, sir. There is three options.
3 options.
Yes, sir. Your entire screen, a window, a tab, sir. There are three options.
No, but I am not getting that 3 options. That is the problem.
Or otherwise, you can send your PPT, sir. We can open from here.
Oh, it is big. I don't know. Let me see.
It's a complication. Technology.
Okay, let Vijay present. I'll set it up by then. Okay, without wasting further time.
Vijay sir ready ga unte good morning sir. Vijay sir is there, sir.
Yeah, I can start.
Yeah. Vijay sir.
But Ramesh, maybe you have to use either Google Chrome or something else. Safari sometimes can cause a problem.
Now, Dr. Allah Dr. Vijay, Chief NOAA, will present a talk on operational NWP and section of academic and research community. Vijay, you are welcome to deliver lecture. Is our proud alumnus is from our Department of Meteorology and Oceanography.
So can you all hear me and see my screen?
Yes, Dr. Vijay, it is clear.
Okay, thank you. Good morning to you all. Here it is also in the morning, but a little after midnight, so bear with me. I had a very long day, and I still as enthusiastic to talk to you all and to see you all virtually, even though not physically possible. But definitely it's an opportunity that I always enjoyed visiting department, talking to professors and students and research scholars. And so it's an occasion that I don't want to miss. And particularly when our good friend and beloved Professor Ramakrishna Garu is retiring, which I can't believe, because I still feel like he's very young, and maybe I'm older than him sometimes. I feel like that, but certainly, people have to get through the retirement stage, and this is an experience that I think Dr. Ramakrishna will definitely have to embrace, and I hope that he will continue doing active research and contributing to the department even after he officially retires. And I'm sure he will do that. And we all can feel proud of his accomplishments and his service to the department and service to the science in various capacities that he served at Andhra University. I think he joined in 1990 and we joined in 1991. So almost 30 years of close association with Dr. Ramakrishna.
Vijay, can you speak a bit louder, close to the mic?
Sure. Is it better now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll try to increase my voice too.
It's better.
So again, I have a lot of stories to share. If I have a chance, definitely, I'll be able to refer to a lot of good memories that I have with Dr. Ramakrishna at the department at Florida State, that we spent some good time together. And also professionally and personally, his friendship is really valuable, and he's more like a friend than a professor. Sometimes we feel like we are more like colleagues talking about the research problems, more of a mentoring at the same time, peer-to-peer interactions. So that's his best quality that I always enjoyed. And I definitely wish him the best in his retirement life. Today, I would like to spend some time talking slightly different. I'm not going to talk about science per se, because I know you are all very good at doing the science, learning the science, conducting the research. But I wanted to take a step beyond what we currently do in the academic and research community. That's to say that it's not just limiting yourself to publishing papers or getting some small credit for conducting research, either through the grants process or through scholarships. This is a little bit beyond a community flavor to how the academic and research community can contribute to the real applications that can benefit far-reaching sectors, both government, private, and academic sectors. So that's the thought process here. I put these slides relatively quicker, so it's not as organized as I would really like to, but I think I would like to say what's going on, particularly in the United States, where NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, is one of the pioneering agencies in providing weather service to several stakeholders. And the community actually is a global community. We are not just catering to the United States, but the whole globe is our service sector. So we are trying to establish a new paradigm where we wanted to take advantage of all the talent out there and how to attract the community, how to organize them towards a common goal. And that resulted in the creation of this unified forecast system. It is meant for improving both research and operations, and in the process, transitioning the research into operations. It is not a new concept, but it has not been as actively and as systematically organized in the past, that we learned some mistakes from the past and trying to address them and beef up the contributions from the larger numerical weather prediction enterprise in improving our forecast skills and services to the society. So just a brief introduction to the unified forecast system. I wanted to emphasize in several places the role of community. So it will be probably clear by the time I reach my end of the slides that the importance of community is much larger than having to do all the work in specialized service centers like Weather Service or IMD or ECMWF, you name any major organizations. They have both internal development components as well as community-based developments. And the focus here is on how systematically we can coordinate the interactions between the community and the operations in a mutually beneficial way. So the UFS brings in many new facets. The first thing is obviously the community-based. The second one is a comprehensive Earth modeling system. You know, the division of atmosphere, ocean, waves, land, sea ice, aerosols. We are developing modeling systems for the convenience of individual applications that have added more to the cost of maintenance, the slowness of improving a system as a whole, and the opportunity or missed opportunity to take into account the interactions that are exclusively important. And as our principal rightly mentioned, all the Earth system components are closely connected, and a cohesive system approach is important as we go into the forecast ranges from hourly analysis to seasonal, subseasonal, annual, interannual, decadal predictions. So we designed this to support initially the United States Weather Service and to be an exploratory platform that can include research elements that are not part of the operational applications. So we're not just focusing on operations. We are trying to expand beyond just the operational leads where we can include the research elements. So there are two components here that are important: research to operations and operations to research. It's like a two-way traffic that needs to be continuously monitored and maintained. And so there are a couple of definitions of community modeling. Why do we need it? Why do we need the community modeling, and what is the power of it? The climate systems model is an example from NCAR, the National Centers for Atmospheric Research. That's another major academic organization that promotes research and provides a lot of support. All those who use the WRF model, they all can vouch for that. NCAR has developed that model that almost the whole world benefited from it by using it for both research and operations. So that's in the academic world. Now what we are trying to do is to extend that concept into operations, and we call it Unified Forecast System. It involves the federal partners and broader research academic community. That way you can bring in the advantages of both the operational workforce and the research community in one place. Another philosophical thought of the community modeling, there are two aspects to it. How do you define a community? The community is either a social community, like you have a WhatsApp group, that's a community. You have the old age people meeting together, that's a community. You have students grouping together from various disciplines, that is a community. And on the other hand, we have technical communities where it's much more prominent in the software industry, where you orient yourself towards those platforms like the Java or SAP or you name it. So those are technical communities. And the community modeling tries to bridge those two in a very efficient way. On the technical side, we want it to be open source. There is no more proprietary software development or codes, and it's always in the open development so that people can examine your work on the spot and provide improvements even without waiting for the code to be established outside of that community. And on the social side, we need to emphasize on the collaboration. Collaborations come with a cost. You need to invest time, you need to invest money to establish collaborations. But something like a common goal, it will definitely enhance those collaborations. If you start the collaboration, it will become easy to be inclusive and start sharing the knowledge. And the common goal should be a trust-based. That means, you're not afraid of your work being stolen, or, somebody else takes your codes and sell it to some other company, or there are so many things that can happen. But we need to cross that barrier and develop a mutual trust so that we can create an effective community modeling enterprise. So these are the foundational principles. So using those principles, we designed the Unified Forecast System with a focus on several applications. So the same Unified Forecast System can be configured to do the medium range weather, like the global model forecast out to 2 weeks, subseasonal to seasonal, like the 2 weeks out to 1 year. Hurricanes, there are tropical cyclones. Gulab is making a landfall as we speak, creating a lot of rainfall. This is a global problem, and we have to have specific forecast systems that are geared towards these severe weather patterns and that includes the short-range weather or convection-allowing models for severe rain, thunderstorms, squall lines, you name it. We are expanding our applications into space weather, where the activity in the upper atmosphere can have significant impact on the geophysical activity. The marine and cryosphere, important for our customers in the ocean, open ocean, and also the coastal regions. And air quality, which determines the quality of life in terms of air pollution and also its impacts on atmospheric circulation up to several days. So these are several examples of the applications that we can derive, and each of these can have their own communities so that they all share the same application, same code base or same modeling system, but design the application in a different way such that it meets their requirements. So how do we do that? Organizing the research to operations transition. We have to first describe it and analyze the process to improve it. So we need to know what we are doing to be able to target resources for improvement. Like, can we describe the end-to-end process? How work done by a researcher or a student at Andhra University impacts what IMD does in real-time operations, or what NIO does for real-time ocean operations. So that requires the knowledge of the end-to-end process, including observations all the way to post-processing and products. What are the key functions? What are the barriers? And how does it all fit together? If we understand this process, probably we can make an effort towards gearing our research towards that goal where it eventually lands up in operational hands that everybody can benefit from. It needs to comply with the protocols and practices. You cannot violate them. IMD is the official agency for issuing forecasts. If Andhra University does that, that doesn't look good. Likewise, the research that IMD does need to be open and shareable with our researchers in the academic community. The improved O to R, the operations to research, that is the fundamental step I think many people ignore. How do you really make impact on operations is when you can reproduce what operations can do. So that requires a lot of hand-holding in terms of explaining how operations is done. And then we can describe the research to operations in a more efficient way. So the modern meteorology is no longer drawing isobars on your maps. Everything is computerized. Everything is dependent on complex scientific software running on high-performance computers. So we need to learn a lot from how the software industry has grown, and apply some of those techniques even in our scientific endeavors. The production of the software provides the science-evaluated environmental forecast on a repeating schedule, like a regression test. The transition process requires the evaluation of the software quality, computational performance, and the science quality. All three are equally important. So we are doing the analysis of the past cases. We are looking at the literature describing the R2O, and we are integrating those requirements of the performing organizations to describe it. So this is one way of looking at a stage and gate process, how research can be transitioned from academic institutes to operations. So all these little boxes here, they are your research work. Your understanding of a convection parameterization scheme, or coupling to an ocean model, or a surge model, or a wave model, or you name it. Whatever you do in your little own world, these are the research works that are happening. Now it has to go through these gates and pass the tests so that it eventually can go and land up in operations. So it is a laborious process. And as you can see, there are so many candidates here that are competing, and they have to